What's up, squad? It's your boy Cooking with Super Dad. Today, I'm getting ready to do some oxtails. Yeah, we got us a few packs of them oxtails right there. So we're gonna go ahead and cut them out the pack, get them down into this mixing bowl, hit them with some water, some vinegar. Got them all cleaned up, and look what we got there. Now these oxtails had a little bit of fat on them, so I'm gonna go ahead and trim that. We're gonna take this knife and just cut this fat right
So
off.
see how we
You
trim.
want a little bit of fat, but you really don't want a lot of fat on your oxtails. All right. So next thing I did was took a little oil, poured it on top, mixed it in to make sure these oxtails stay nice and moist. And I went to seasoning. We hit them with some slap your mama, some kosher salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder, and some paprika. Now we got us just some flour right there, some unseasoned flour, and we're gonna lightly dip the oxtail in there. This is gonna help the oxtail get coated and help with our gravy. So this is what they call it, the browning process. We're gonna brown them on both sides, and that's what we got. Now I did cut up some onion, bell pepper, red bell pepper, and some garlic. Drop that down in here and pick up all those flavors that's left at the bottom from browning those oxtails. And we're gonna start seasoning while those vegetables brown. We're gonna hit them with the slap your mama, same seasonings, the black pepper, the garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. We're gonna give it a mix and get this all ready right here while we get uh, our gravy ready to be made. We're gonna hit it with some Worcestershire sauce, and we're making the gravy right now. So we're going ahead and add in the beef broth. We're gonna add us in 2 quarts of beef broth and let that come together with all those flavors from the bottom of the pan. We're gonna season them again with a little bit of black pepper, and we're gonna give it a mix, and we're gonna get ready to let our oxtails get back into this base and let them cook. Meanwhile, we got the oven heating up at 375 degrees, so it's time to go. We're gonna hit this base right here with the same seasonings, those garlic powder, onion powder, slap your mama, a little bit of black pepper. Then we're gonna come back, let that come to a boil or to a simmer. Then we're gonna add our oxtails back in, throw them in the oven. They're gonna cook in the oven at 375 for 2.5 hours. These are gonna be some tender oxtails. And look at that right there. Now I went with the low sodium one for the second quart of beef broth that I'm gonna put in. So the first one was regular, and the second one is low sodium. All right, because we got our meat and our juice seasoned up good. We don't need no more salt. So we're gonna go in and drop these oxtails back into this base. Remember that base came to a simmer. So we're gonna drop it back in there. We're gonna cover it. This pan right here is a Dutch oven. If you don't have a Dutch oven, don't try to brown them and bake them in the same pan. This one, I believe, is made to do that. So we're gonna go ahead, take the rest of this uh, seasoning that was at the bottom of the pan the oxtails were sitting in, and we're gonna add that in there too. Then we're gonna take the rest of our onions and bell peppers that we didn't saute and drop those right on top. And we're gonna hit them with some parsley because we want it looking good when they come out. Now after all this preparation, we're gonna drop these vegetables down in there. We throw them in the oven for 2.5 hours, and look what we got. Look how tender them oxtails is. Look at it, and look at that gravy. Look at that gravy. I didn't add no more flour or do anything that y'all didn't see me do. So now I'm getting ready to plate it up. Of course, we got some rice. Now I'm getting ready to hit it with some of this oxtail gravy and the oxtail on top. And look at what we got plated up. Oxtails. There it is.